Target has some pretty nice deals here. Dirt Devil Whole Home. No, I'm joking. We're going to keep it to gaming and PC focus. The PlayStation 5 consoles are now on sale. So I know I mentioned that in a previous video, but they are truly on sale now. So if we click on the PlayStation 5, this is computer related. This is computer related. So PS5 consoles are now $374.99 for the digital edition, as well as $424.99 for the disc edition. Please don't do that. Just go for the $374.99 because that disc edition, even if you try to sell it later, it only is like a $12, a $12 difference in the price. If you try to sell it, like it's not worth what it is. So I would just go for the $374.99, the digital edition, and then just upgrade the NVMe if you need to do so, or just delete games. PlayStation 5 digital console slim with the NBA 2K25 for $374.99, sell in Saturday. This is great. This is really great. Oh my goodness, this is nice. This is probably the best deal I've seen. Hey, look at that. We got a good deal for Target. So PlayStation 5 digital console slim NBA 2K25 bundle. That's going to be one of the best things I've seen here. So $374.99. What am I seeing? I keep seeing something at the bottom, but I'm not sure what it. Oh, it's a like. Okay. What is that? $374.99 PlayStation 5 digital console slim NBA 2K25 bundle. Good job. Target has one of the best deals here, especially if you're a basketball fan or if you like the Celtics because, Jason Tatum is Jason Tatum. I wouldn't say he's him. I'm not crazy. I would say that's Steph Curry. But when it comes to just actual console deals, this is probably going to be the best one I've seen. We haven't gone to some of the other ones, but that guy is great. I'd buy that over any of this crap. This is the best, and it's probably going to get sold out. So please bear that in mind. I don't live in no Chula Vista East, but I would check for everywhere for this one here because this is going to be the best deal and it's going to be straight gone because $374.99 with NBA 2K25, that's $60 off. So we're talking about $314. So yeah, that's an excellent deal. Alrighty, let me see what else is on sale here. So we have some DualSense controllers and Xbox controllers. So go ahead and take a look at those. Xbox Series X is on sale for $449. I don't like its price point personally. I think the Xbox price point is whatever the PlayStation says it is, period. There's nothing to talk about. If the PlayStation's price point has dropped down to $374.99, then the Xbox Series X's price point should also be $374.99. It shouldn't try to stay more. Like there's no point. There's nothing to be gained from that. I get that, this is the disc edition and, it has a stronger graphics card, but you're still in the same market with PlayStation and PlayStation has been killing you. So if you're in the market with PlayStation, your price is their price, period. There's nothing to discuss. So, I'm not too on about the $449, but it is cheaper than what it normally is. So I'll give it that, but I'm not going to talk about it too much more. There's just no point. Razer, we'll go ahead and add that. And we already looked at some of this other stuff. So Logitech gaming accessories. We'll go and add that too. Alrighty, so we know that is one of the best deals. We'll go ahead and move this over to the side. And let me see what else is here. Okay, we'll close that out. We already talked about it. PlayStation 5 controllers on sale from $54.99 to $84.99. Doesn't really help anybody any much. You just gotta take a look at it and see exactly what color you want, and then it will change based on the price. So that doesn't tell us too much. Xbox controllers, anywhere from $44.99 for a regular Xbox controller isn't bad. Generally, it's like what, $10 off or something along those lines, or $15 off. I like this one, the gold one, for $59.99. I don't like the price, and they're all going to be around the same price, at $39.99, $44.99 for Xbox controllers. The purple one is the one that speaks to me, but this isn't anything crazy. These are just normal price discounts on Xbox controllers, so there's not a whole lot to talk about here. $449, we already talked about you. It's okay, but it's not great. Your price is PS5's price. Alrighty, and then Razer Black Shark V2 wired. It's wired. I'm doing wired, don't get me wrong, but it's only because I'm running an entire show. But if you're not running a show, there's no point in doing wired. Please go wireless. Razer Kyra wireless gaming headset, PlayStation 5. This is nice. And plus, it has a USB-C dongle that's very low profile, instead of like something that you have to connect to or anything along those lines. So that's pretty nice. The ear cups look pretty good. I haven't actually looked at this product or tested this product, but it's okay. Now, because the ear cups are shaped that way, there is a possibility that you can have some ear fatigue. So please bear that in mind. But overall, it looks like a pretty good headset for $64.99 because the discount on it looks pretty good. A Basilisk for $39.99 for a wired gaming mouse. It's not anything to write home about. Not anything to write home about either. Kyras, more Kyras. The Ornate V3 gaming keyboard, wired, not a whole lot to talk about. Huntsman, I like this keyboard. It's very nice. It's very portable, especially if you want to travel with it. It's really good. But, there's not a whole lot to talk about it outside of the fact that it's portable. And, depending on which one you can get a relatively quiet one. Leviathan, I'm not a fan. It's okay, but it's not great as far as sound quality when we're talking about speakers. G35 headset, I do like Logitech head cups or ear cups because they don't hurt as much over time. So I would say this one here over some of the ones we were looking at a second ago, like some of these Razer ones. I don't like the shape of the ear cups. They would hurt my ears over time. But these have a chance to not. So I would say these are really good. Logitech G502 Hero, excellent mouse. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I don't personally have one anymore, but I do have Logitech mouses. So, I am a big fan of Logitech mouses, so bear that in mind. G15 TKL. This is also a great keyboard. Is this the one I have? I'm pretty sure this is it. Okay, so yeah, this is the keyboard that I currently use, the G15 TKL, which is, yeah. I'm sorry, G915 TKL is the one I use. This is the G15 or 515. So this is a little bit different. This is the wired version. I have the wireless version, but I am a huge fan. Obviously, I already have it. Not anything to write home about. Please don't do that. Mostly just 149 for a keyboard is just a bit much. I don't care what's going on. I just, unless we're talking about super quiet, then I don't really see a point, especially if we're talking about a mechanical gaming keyboard. Now, I may be, just off the rip prejudging this, and I do apologize. It's just, most people here aren't looking for a $150 keyboard when we're talking about Black Friday. If we're talking about any other day that isn't Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I get you. But if we're talking Black Friday, nobody's going for that. Alrighty, headphones. I remember headphones. Let's do it. Alrighty, so headphones, Beats Solo. Beats is one of those ones that price point is going to vary drastically because Beats, the actual cost to make the product is very, very low. Beats is actually, like when I worked at Best Buy, Beats is one like 20 years ago, but when I worked at Best Buy, Beats is one of those ones that you can actually get it at cost and it gets you a really nice discount. Like you can get like $50, $75 off the price of the headphones simply because cost for Beats is relatively cheap. All of their money is in marketing. So you can always get a pretty good deal when it comes to Beats because they have the ability to change their price as it goes on because they don't have to do as much marketing. Like literally, Beats was like maybe 60% marketing, maybe 40% product, or 70% or 30% product. Like it was a lot of marketing. So because of that, the price point can vary drastically. So please bear that in mind. You're gonna see maybe $99, you may see cheaper. It really just kind of depends on the situation if you're a big Beats fan. Earbuds, Beats Solo earbuds for $49.99 is a pretty good deal. Now I haven't tried these, but I have tried the Arctis Steel Series gaming buds, and those were really good. It's just that they bothered my ear. So these will do the exact same because they go up. They're the exact same as the other ones. They both bother my ear. I've never looked at the JLab Flex Trues, but I mean, if I'm gonna go for anything, I'd rather go for Beats. And let's see here. JBL, I do like the ones that actually hang out of your ear a little bit more, but at $25 price point without noise canceling, I would probably go with something like this. True wireless earbuds. And let's see here. Of course, the WH-1000 XM4, hands down, one of the best deals for headsets. Now, of course, there is the XM5, and those are a little bit better. But XM4s, like I have the WH-1000 XM3s, and I still use them, and they're broken, and I still use them. So I would say, give credit where credit is due, hands down. WH-1000 XM4s, XM5s, XM3s, all good. Let's see here. Sony Bluetooth wireless headphone with microphone. That doesn't tell us anything. JBLs, they're all going to be at a really low price point, so I'm not going to talk about them too much. Earbuds and earphones are kind of what they are. You usually kind of go in knowing exactly what you want, but the Sony Oatwear, that's kind of nice with Bluetooth wireless noise cancellation, and it doesn't actually tell you. You got to look at the price of cart, and I'm not going to do that because it's going to tell me to log in. So, it's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and move on. Apple, I like Apple. So iPads, 10.2-inch Wi-Fi. The thing about Apple is a lot of these iPads, like anything from 2021 on up, are gonna be, I get that some of them have a better chip, A1, A2, whatever. But at the same time, it's really not gonna give you much if we're talking about a tablet because they've been limited by operating system for like 5 years now. So you're not really gonna get a whole lot from this. Yo, what's up? Have you found a 4070 Super at a good price? Yes, I have. Amazon. Was it a 4070 Super? It may just be a 4070. I can look it up though. RTX 4070 Super XF. Ties, yes. I saw somebody had asked me about the 4070 Super, and when we looked over and we didn't see much. 579, I mean, that's not helping anyone ever. So, $500 is kind of where you're going to be on that price point. Now, there was a full PC build that actually had a 4070 Super that was sitting at like 1200. But as far as, we'll go back to Newegg, because Newegg is the only one that really had really good deals. The only one that actually came close on Amazon, the reason why I went here first is because I don't think it was a super though. I think it was the 4070 XFX, and it was for something. Where'd it go? 4070 XFX GPU. Come on now. I know you're here. Stop hiding. It was somewhere in this price point, but it was less than this. It was like 439 for a 4070, which was pretty good. And I was like, okay, well, it's not the, you know, the best deal you've seen, but it's not the worst either for 439 for a 4070. But I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We'll go ahead and go back here and take a look at GPUs because it's just easier than searching through Amazon. So let's see here for the 4070 Super. Take a look here and see what we got. Okay, so yeah, when we went over graphics cards, everything's going to be in that $10 to $20 price point. You're not really going to save too much on these guys. And, you know, 4070 Super, you're kind of touching that sweet spot like we were talking about earlier. You know, if you're sitting at, you know, 4070 Super or lower, then it's okay to buy now. But if you're going a little bit higher, or you can go a little bit higher, it's probably best just to wait till February when the new graphics cards come out. So 4070 Super is right in that sweet spot area. So, you know, it's kind of up to you on this one here. But generally, if we're looking at anything, I would say this one guy here is $20 off, but it doesn't tell us a whole lot. This guy here is $589. So Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 4070 Super Twin Edge, but the Twin Edge is always the cheaper model. So it's not like we're saying anything that's absolutely out of the ordinary. But at the same time, I love Zotac. I mean, the Zotac 1080 Ti was my baby. Like, I birthed that thing. Like, I had that thing for years, and I still keep it around even though it doesn't work anymore. Because the Zotac 1080 Ti, if anybody doesn't know, it's small form factor, 2-slot 1080 Ti. It's freaking awesome. But Zotac is always one of my favorite graphics cards when it comes to just anything in general. So the 4070 Super Twin Edge is probably going to be your sweet spot here if we're talking about a price point. And then, of course, you get digital edition of Indiana Jones Great Circle with select GeForce RTX series, which is kind of going on right now, which no one cares about. But, you know, it's something that you should, you know, pay attention to. I mean, at least that. But 589 is probably going to be where you are. Sorry about that, but graphics cards really don't go that low unless a newer graphics card forces them to. Alrighty, where were we? We were on, have we gone to Best Buy yet? I think we are finishing up Target, yes. Alrighty, so back to Apple. Apple Pencil, no one cares. $99 is actually pretty normal. Typically with Apple Pencils, if you had gone to Best Buy and go get the Apple Pencil, it's best just to get open box anyway, because a lot of people return Apple Pencils because they're too expensive. So I would never go to Black Friday looking for an Apple Pencil because they're always $100 every single time, because they're always an open box, because everybody always returns them. They're very expensive. So nothing to talk about here. iPads, as we talked about, anything 2021 and newer, there's no real point because they're limited by software, not hardware. Well, they're limited by operating system, not hardware. So, you know, that doesn't tell us a whole lot for the M2. That doesn't tell us a whole lot for the Watch Series 10. I do love this watch, don't get me wrong. I don't like the fact that the band that it comes with is the band that you won't use, but it is what it is. You'll have to get a new band for it, but it's okay. iPad Pro M4 with standard glass Apple iPad for $899. This is okay, but at the same time, I would say the M3 Apple iPad is also really good. I mean, as long as you get the 120 hertz refresh rate on the screen, it's okay. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about here when we're talking about iPad Pros. iPad Pros, as long as it's 120 hertz, I really don't care. You know, and you know, whether it's the M3 or the M4, you really don't gain a whole lot with it. You gain a faster processor that's limited by operating system, once again. So who cares? You know what I mean? So it's not a whole lot to talk about there. AirPods Max, I don't care about at all, mostly because this has been the exact same model for the past 5 years and they haven't gone down in price. So you get no respect from me on that. Refurbished Apple Watches, I don't really see a point. Magic keyboards, I also don't see a point because you can just get a keyboard open box and there's not a whole lot wrong that can happen with an open box keyboard. So I wouldn't even call this a deal. I get that the iPad Air is attached to it, but I still don't care. AirPods, it's the 2022 refurbished, no one cares. Apple Magic Keyboard, no one cares. Refurbished. So, you know, a lot of refurbished stuff here. iPad Pros, they don't really tell you the full price. So Apple is doing Apple things. It is what it is. All right, moving on. Backbones are okay. Now, of course, they came with the PlayStation Portable that you can also use. That's basically like a backbone, but the backbone is cool because it uses your cell phone. I have made a review on this. It's actually on my channel. So I'm very, very comfortable talking about the backbone as well as the Xbox version too. They're very good. They can give you kind of the PS5 portable feel to them. and they're a little bit nice and small form factor. Some games may have issues than others depending on which one you're playing on, but that's about it. There's not a whole lot to say about them. They've been replaced by the PlayStation Portable for PlayStation, and then for the Xbox One, they're okay, especially depending on what kind of game you play. Most people who buy these play Call of Duty Mobile, and they do work for that. Please bear that in mind, but you have to make sure that the controller is connected before you start up Call of Duty Mobile, but it does work for Call of Duty Mobile. And I think that's it. All right, we just finished Target. Good stuff, good stuff.